And what about the drugs? You still not sober yet as well?
I was already still no. So the movie's very accurate in many respects. What they did, they fiddled around with the timeline. So I had already been sober for 18 months, almost 2 years, and it was like they had me break out the coke at the end. That never happened. That was from a different scene earlier on, right? So I'd been sober, I never relapsed. So I was sober at the time, but I lost, my money, my freedom, my wife, everything. My children were taken from me. She moved them across the country.
Would they talk to you, your children? Did they hate you?
Oh, no, they talked to me.
They hate you?
She never turned them against me. I'll give her that much. She never, ever, she was good. She was very good. She never tried to turn the kids against me. I mean, subtle digs, but I would give her she was a 10 out of 10 on the good side for not turning the kids against me. I know some women are terrible with that.
What do you tell your kids when that stuff happens?
They didn't know we kept it from them because they were very young. They were like, my daughter was, when it first happened, she was like 5 or 6. My son was 4. They were oblivious. My ex met another man and she moved to the West Coast, right? Okay. I was on the East Coast. That's why I ended up in the West Coast to be near my kids, right? And we didn't tell the kids. And then before I had to report to jail, a few years later, there's always the U.S. takes time till you actually go to jail, right? Yeah. So we sat my kids down and, said, Daddy made some mistakes. And he asked them. My daughter started bawling hysterically. She was now 9. It was the worst night of my life, honestly, telling my kid. My son was 7, and they're just crying hysterically. And then we had that. It was the night before I went to jail. And then we all slept in one bed together, my 2 kids and I, the night. And then I left, and that was that. And then I was in jail. And then when I go to jail, who's my bunkmate? Tommy Chong from Cheech and Chong.